So in this particular situation, we're dealing with a homeowner that actually was not feeling her best. She went to the doctors. The doctor advised getting some blood testing work, and those blood tests came back with high levels of mold in her blood. Yep. A mold called Aspergillus Penicillium, as well as Stachybotrys, which is that black toxic mold. Today we're going to show you step by step on how we're going to solve this problem and get her life back to normal and save this property. All right, guys, the very first step in treating mold removal coming from an HVAC and a duct system is by coming in and neutralizing the entire home. And you've got to ask your mold remediation companies what type of products they use, because guys, we see it all the time. The mold has been completely eradicated using harsh chemicals, but when the homeowners come back to occupy the space, guess what? That chemical, that antimicrobial, is causing now a secondary reaction. Making sure that the botanical mold removal or antimicrobials are EPA registered. We love the pervasive line. This is all botanical. So for people that are really sensitive to chemicals, these are the products that you want to use. Yeah, and guys, there's a link down below. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit that link and you can get this product sent to you if you have a mold contamination. All right, let's go to the second step. Anytime you're doing a whole house or even any mold job, you always want to set up a negative air scrubber. And basically what this is a HEPA air scrubber that's pulling in all of the particulates into the machine and then discharging them to the outside air. Especially when you're doing air duct cleaning and walking around in and out, vacuuming, you're going to be kicking up dust. So you want to be able to pull all that in and send it to the outside. The number one thing, anybody can come out and remediate mold, but we are big believers in detecting where the moisture source that's causing the mold. The mold is just a byproduct of moisture. So you've got to be able to accomplish both things, remediating the mold, but stopping the water source. In this case, the condensation line was dripping. It caused the whole wood platform completely saturated. Here, as you can see the red here. Okay, and then what happens, you guys, is that mold begins to grow inside of the plenum because it's a dark, enclosed environment. And then as you can see, everything that is dispersed to all the rooms, all the duct becomes impacted. We have our microbial mold camera inside of a duct system here. And as you can see, inside the rivets of the ducting is fully compacted. So these cameras are great devices and tools to be able to get into areas that are tough. If you don't want to open up a bunch of walls and there's some curiosity that there could potentially be some mold behind a certain material, a great way to inspect and identify. If you plan on doing your own mold mitigation or removal, make sure you have the proper personal protective equipment like a Tyvek suit, rubber gloves. We love using the RamAir duct cleaning system. It's absolutely an amazing product because it allows you to get way deep into the duct system, and then as it's blowing the air in reverse, it's sucking into a HEPA vacuuming, as opposed to a brush type where sometimes those microbials, especially if there's any type of moisture, it's gonna rub up against the inner walls of those duct system. So we're big believers in the RamAir. There's a link down below you can take a look at as well. So one important step that's often missed when performing whole house mold remediation is furniture, especially wood furniture. You wouldn't believe the amount of mold we're finding on furniture, such as these little areas right here, especially the mold, the toxic mold called Aspergillus Penicillium. What you want to do is grab your antimicrobial, a rag, and you want to do a very thorough wipe of the furniture.
This is years of dust collecting, and that's where the mold breeds. The other is underneath and behind the furniture. This does a really good job with sanitizing everything and again, getting rid of all of that mold in your home. So we're about to HEPA vac, which is a very important step in doing whole house remediation. This is a mycotoxin Hepa vac. It's going to bring in all of those mold spores. So let's show you what that looks like.
All right, guys, here's our last and final step of the treatment process, which is one of our favorites.
In fact, most customers, after we do this electrostatic fogging, they say, "Oh my God, it smells so much better." Now that we've done an in-depth whole house cleanse and a mold remediation of the HVAC duct system, you're now ready for the post-mold air testing. This is the only way to verify and confirm if you've got that mold out of the home and the HVAC system. You want to go ahead and make sure you hire a hygienist or a local professional that's going to give you a biased opinion and give you that certificate of clearance.
All right, guys, hopefully this video was insightful, educated on mold removal of your HVAC duct system and your house.
Make sure you leave your comments and feedback. Make sure you hit that subscribe button too, and we'll see you on the next one.